I guess. Oh, there I am. What the hell are we doing here? What is this game? Has anyone even heard of this game? We'll get into that. Let's say thanks to our friends, of course, Tufel9191, 17 months of continuing subscription, and thanks again to anyone else who's ever subscribed. Wow, I just forgot someone's name. I hate when it's very embarrassing. It's, yeah. Whew. I'd have to dig back through followers just to... Yeah, yep. That's embarrassing. But, of course, Gabriel and King Akira and... No, I forget. Oh, it's like right on the tip. It's 2 words. Does it begin with an A? I'm not sure that it does. But anyway, may not be able to remember the name, but I remember the appreciation. So, thanks for that. Feels empty. It's genuine, but it feels empty. News. I was gonna do tanks tonight, but then it got too late. I let it get too late. It's my fault. I know it's my fault. I was doing mid-journey stuff, and I've got this crazy idea. I can't say that it's a good idea, but I want to explore it. I kind of want to start a online retail, and it's probably going to be through Etsy. I need to check out Redbubble more and see what some of the other options are. I know that when I search for products on Google, that I will occasionally see Etsy things listed right there, most popular listings. And I doubt, maybe the people that have those individual Etsy stores are promoting them to get them onto Google, or maybe Etsy's doing it, but they show up, so that's a thing. And it's, oh, that's not what I was hoping for. There we go. And that's, I think that's a pretty good reason to consider Etsy. But first I thought I'd start out with like animal stickers, laptop stickers, just simple stuff. And then I got this crazy idea to do gender swaps of Harry Potter characters. These actually look better than I remember. And I really like this Malfoy because it looks like him, but it looks like a girl. And then I've been having a lot of trouble getting the Harry character, or Harriet. So like this, this I would say is the best one except for the glasses. This one's pretty good, this one's pretty good, this one's pretty good. Not quite pretty enough, not quite realistic enough. Kind of both. So it's, I haven't been able to recapture the magic of this one on the lower right. Is it really magic? With the glasses, and you can see I've gotten kind of close several times, but yeah, but this one is just like, oh, it's a pretty girl. Don't you think she looks like Harry Potter? Oh, wow. So that's why I like that one, because if you don't know what you're looking at, it's a pretty girl. If you do know what you're looking at, you can't quite unsee the Harry girl. But anyway, yeah. So I spent hours trying to fine-tune this, and these are the kind of the closest I've gotten so far. So that's how I spent a lot of time. I didn't even work on the stickers. I tried, that's not true. I tried one, and it was ridiculous because I tried to make stingrays, and Midjourney is horrible at making aquatic characters. So this game, I guess we do want that up there. Let's look at the store page for Heaven's Vault. An archaeologist uncovers the lost history of in an ancient space nebula. The science fiction in this is just go with it. That's how good the science is. Award-winning narrative adventure game with hieroglyphic language puzzles from the creators of 80 Days. What's 80 Days? Now I feel like I need to look up 80 Days. I've heard of 7 Days, or 7 Days Gone. Ooh, man, and with this summer sale, there's so many things that tempted to look at. It's only $5.19. If you look at is it Around the World in 80 Days? 1872 with a steampunk twist. Phileas Fogg, that sounds like Around the World in 80 Days, has just wagered that he can circumnavigate the world in just 80 days. That's a familiar premise. Travel by airship, submarine, mechanical camel, steam train, and more. Race other players and a clock that never stops in Time Magazine's Game of 2014. I wonder if it's actually fun. Or, I mean, if it keeps up. Obviously, the graphics are going to be a little bit dated, but I wonder if it's, that could be fun. And then, spoiler alert, he makes it because he goes, is it eastward? And then crosses the international date line? I can't remember now. But, yeah, he's going eastward. Anyway, back to the game we're going to play today. One more time. Heaven's Vault. So, maybe I should max this. And probably, there we go. So, we'll be coming across hieroglyphs, and there will be hints as to what they possibly could be. So, it's multiple choice. And you try to figure out things as you go along. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? And then as you find more clues, then you can go back and update previous guesses. So it'll be kind of interesting there. She's got you can kind of see the ghostly face there. We'll probably get a better picture of that. You travel between locations on this airship that it says you're going moon to moon, but it's more like asteroids, and it's more like air rivers. Talk to people. Okay, this robot back here, am I blocking him? No. So he's like a little robot, but his hands and his face and shoulders are projections. So it seems like he's pretty limited in being able to grab things. He can grab some things, but I don't think these projections actually do anything. I don't think they're tangible. I think they're just illusions to make them more ergonomic. I also bought this Coca-Cola Ultimate. I got the sugar-free version. Gold label Coca-Cola. So I figured, well, if I'm going to try that, maybe a new experience, do it on stream. Hey, Mr. Jiggio, Mr. Ray, it's been years. How are you? Mr. Jiggio. Wow, it must have been years because the name looks only vaguely familiar. What was I playing at the time? Maybe that'll help. But I'm going to try this new indie game tonight. How long have you been there? This is not time-stamped. I'm sorry if I've been ignoring you. Tank War game. Oh, and an old Wizard School game. Yeah, I haven't played that Wizard game. Spellcaster University. Haven't played that in a long time. I was kind of into it, and then there were enough people that were interested in watching it that I kept doing it. So that was a good synergy. And then I found a glitch, an exploit. I guess it was an exploit. For you could clean rooms and get like over 1,000% efficiency, and then just break the game, and so everybody's maxed out when they graduate. Yeah, maybe they were right to take that out, but when they did, it kind of like, well, I'm not having fun anymore, and so I kind of stopped playing it. But it's still a pretty good game. And then I still play World of Tanks. I played it like 2 nights ago, right before work. Typically, I'll get in like a short game or a short stream, a couple games before I go to work. That's reasonable. Touch of glory can ruin the grind. Yeah, a little bit. Did I read that right? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I get in a hurry. Oh man, the other night, 2 people showed up in chat with the same color for their name, and I thought they were the same person, and I figured it out like 20 minutes later, just like, oh. Yeah, anyway, so we got this robot tagging along. He's somewhat useful, somewhat annoying. And base of the giving goddess and related words. So this word up here is palace. This is the word we're trying to guess, and so it's got this in common. That's all. It has this in common. And we're supposed to try to guess based on this one clue what this means. And palace, market, maybe heaven, maybe sunlight. Oof, I don't know. But one clue that we're going to have is the name of the game is Heaven's Vault. Ah, darn, I thought I had it up. That's not going to work. Go here and disable the game. And that, yeah, so here between heavens and vault is the word in this ancient language for Heaven's Vault, so I'll be able to refer back to that from time to time. I probably should make a more accessible screenshot of it. And game, bing, there we go. So we wander around and try to solve a mystery. So let's get to it, I guess. Yeah, it has potential, I think. I did see other people streaming it like a year ago. When was this made? It was made in April of 2019, so it's 4 years old. Oh, let's try this Coke while we're booting the game up. I could put it over ice, but I'm afraid I won't like it, and I don't want to ruin my ice. The bouquet. Smells like gum. Not quite bubble gum, more fruity. It's not bad, it's just weird. Yeah, it's kind of fruity. It's got a big round sweet taste to it, but it doesn't taste like sugar. And it's kind of fruity, kind of floral. My friend was saying he thought it tasted like mango. I'm not quite getting mango. It's more like fruit stripe gum. And there's a sugar version too. I got the zero sugar, which means it has very little sugar. Oh, I got press any key to continue. And then we'll have to, oops, what did I do? That's not it. That's still up. There we go. It was not still up. All right, so we'll need to get to the menu and then restart the game, because I've got about, I want to say 2 hours of gameplay on this. I want to get the headphones on before we start. If you look at the library, It says that I have 4.9 hours. That's including the 0.2. Do I want to keep drinking this? And it has a League of Legends tie-in. Ooh. I do like the label. But, you know, that's just marketing, right? Coca-Cola. Be refreshed. I would say give it a try, maybe, if you're feeling adventurous. I don't think I'm going to drink any more of it. I don't hate it, but I would much rather have my beloved Diet Dr. Pepper. Alright, so let me get my ears on, and then we'll click restart as I pour the drink. Are you sure you wish to start the game again? From the beginning? You will lose all progress from the current playthrough. Yeah, I know. Oh, and didn't notice that gecko on the wall. Is it Gordon Gecko? His legacy still haunts us. You have been drinking... I should point out probably that this is not a paid sponsor. I sail to the temple where the gods have gathered to gaze at the faces in deep pools. In my boat, the souls of the years sail with me. Is that a bad translation? Been drinking Rain, a sugar-free energy drink. There was something I saw some YouTuber hawking that I thought might be okay. I think it was called GG. But there was an opportunity to get a free sample, and I thought, oh, maybe I should try it. I might hate it. I might like it. I was just
Stories don't have tidy beginnings.
I was so impressed with this video, I thought,
The past is always present.
I should listen to this guy. Stories don't always have what?
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
I should have got a hajib for this stream. So I missed what he said. And some parts are voiced and some parts are not voiced. Rain, is that carbonated? It's just energy drink. I'm afraid of energy drinks. There's like so many things that like come onto the market, and then 5 to 10 years later you found out, oh yeah, they're really bad at causing cancer. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress. So I guess this red bar is my energy. In my 4.5 hours of gameplay, this is the only part I remember seeing this energy bar. It is carbonated. I do like carbonation, even though it's basically, you know, the carbon dioxide mixes with the water and creates carbonic acid in smaller amounts, but still can't be great for your teeth. A bricked up opening. And she says, a bricked up opening. There's something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in where the mortar, or while the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Heaven's Vault. A ton of aspartame is under speculation of causing... Yeah. Well, and there's something else. I don't know how much credence to give it, but I remember reading once about like a lot of Diet Coke was shipped to troops in Iraq. That's how long ago this was. And having been left out in the sun, all that extra energy allowed for chemical reactions within, and then the contents, maybe it was the aspartame, maybe it was something else, some of it broke down or recombined into wood alcohol. So I don't know if anyone went blind from it, but can't be too good for you.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
She's very light on her feet. She doesn't have any feet, but she does have footsteps. Mistress Aliya? So as you can see, some of it is voiced and some of it is not. I've been waiting for you. I've been asked to escort you to Professor Miara. Am I in trouble? Who are you? I don't need an escort. Let's be a little hostile. She's my supervisor. I know where she is. Excellent. Good thing robots don't have egos. Do you have a name, robot? I was coming to see her anyway, you know. Did she say what she wanted? Let's go with that one. It's a nice place. Took inspiration from the Riverwalk. She said she wanted you. So why has she sent you? And yeah, let's go with that one. Are we all ghosts? Is that what's going on here? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. And do you have a name? Maybe we should get one of the... Maybe I should get one of those. Let's go with the name. You have recently been off moon, sailing the rivers? How else would I get here? That's right. I've always wondered how it might be to sail. This way, you should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. If we look at her... Oh, say look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand, I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I will try to sugarcoat your opinion. You'd do that for me? Of course. I have been tasked with your well-being. Shall we proceed? Tree of Knowledge. The Tree of Knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Except for the ones that die, fall off, and are forgotten. Which is where I come in, I suppose. She's got just a little bit of snark, huh? Why is Miari's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys the view of the tree, mistress. I'm sure it is most pleasing to her. Alright, well, let's get in there.
I was 15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Yeah, there's this timeline thing that I think is going to be more significant the further we go into the game. So we've got 2,500 years of history. What is this right here? Crown of Iox was forged. Tree of Knowledge was planted. The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. And then we've got followers establish power on Iox. So there's a whole historical timeline that might be worth digging into. So it looks like we are 33 33? Or is that 31, 2, 3? Yeah, 33 years old. Hey! That has been significant in other things. Alright,
I still don't know why she did it.
Why she rescued you? Aliya, there you are. Come in. I'm assuming that she's enthusiastic to see her. I came as soon as I got your message. You want this robot to wait outside? Tell me what you want. Why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. It's good to see you again. Me or it? Came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aliya. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone. I'm gonna go with that one, even though it's a little... Well, today it's important to me. You are expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch, it's certainly old. Did you call me here to value it? Yes, Aliya, but I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. It's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the eagle and the sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janiki Renebe. Did you know him? Did? Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aliya, but can you read them? Eagle wing brooch. I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Let's see. Holy or friend? If we look at this one, beloved or emperor. So it could be holy emperor or holy beloved, or it could be friend beloved or friend emperor. I'm going to go with friend and beloved. I'm not confident. Friend and beloved, but I'm only guessing. I mean, it could be Holy Emperor. I mean, it's a pretty nice brooch, as far as I can tell. I don't know if that helps. Professor, this friend of yours... I'm going to go with... Don't know if that helps. Rinba wasn't the kind to send me trinkets. There's some significance to this brooch, but I don't know what. Janiki said he found something. That was more than a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian, through and through. You mean he's soft? I mean he's reliable. So I'm not reliable? Something persuaded him to go to Marisi of all places. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aliya, but you can. I'll see what I can dig up. You need to raise my stipend. I'll look, but no promises. All right, let's see what we can dig up. A cruel choice of words, Aliya. Yeah, if he's buried. Come back when you found him. And Aliya, you're taking that robot with you. What? Thank you, Professor. I just noticed the statue on her desk. I long to see the nebula, this cube with the cubic frames around it. Oh, before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. That doesn't sound promising. Oh, don't be mean, Aliya. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him, for the benefit of our little community. I don't owe anyone a greeting. Let's see, I'll bear that in mind. I'll go find him. Even if I don't, He's down there by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, dear. So, notice this cubic frame out here, and she's got a similar statuette on her desk. Alright, let's go down. Can I just say, Miss Aliya, it's wonderful to be accompanying you. If you're going to be following me around, I'll have to give you a name. I'm calling you Six. Six, mistress? I shall remember that. You know, I don't think I got the translation on this brooch quite right. Hello? I gotta take Sebastian to the dentist. Friend beloved. I don't know. Could this be emperor? Could this be holy? I don't have anything to go on. Friend beloved is still my best get. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. I hate it, worth the time it took to make. Do you think? When there are people in Elizabeth... Oh, wow, I'm too slow a reader. We... Yeah, it would be nice if it stayed on screen until you dismissed it. I wonder if there's a setting for that. Probably not. Show subtitles. I don't think that'll help. Enable vibration. I believe this started as a Nintendo game. I'm not sure. I don't see anything that we can do there. Alright, let's find what's his name. There's Huang. What's he doing, Six? Oh, maybe he knows something about Rinba. That's even better. Stay on task. Aliya! By Don Iris. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you? I'm not staying. Professor Miari wanted to see me. Nothing bad? Perhaps, I'm not sure. She wanted me to find someone. Anyone I know? Janiki Rinba. But I know Rinba, of course. Well, a little. What did he teach? When did you last see him? What sort of man was he? Yeah, I'm kind of curious what did he teach? He's a roboticist. One of the best. One of the few. But why has she sent you to find him? I thought you dug things up. Burp. By the waters, Aliya. What's happened to Janiki? I don't know. Don't let your imagination run with me. Let's go with don't let your imagination run away. All right. Oh, so pliable. It's like putty in my hands. Too many books, that's my trouble. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line in the annals of Mosewilla you might like if you show me, and I'll let you know if I have time. I'm going to say always. Here, see what you think. Friend. Okay. Passage from the annals. This is a long one. Let me think. So... Whoa, second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Banished or buried. And then this could be friend or holy. Holy banished, holy buried. And then, oh, I don't recognize the last word either. Rebels, powers, robots, labors. Well, Janiki was interested in robots, so that's something to consider. Banished, buried. Buried robots, holy buried robots, friend buried robots, friend banished robots. I don't know if it's robots. Buried powers, banished rebels, buried rebels, buried laborers, banished labors. Labors doesn't seem right. And it could be holy or friend. So I'm going to go with robots. It's it feels like it's a bit of a stretch. But then banished or buried. Friend buried robots, holy buried robots, holy banished robots. And buried or banished. Let's go with banished. Friend banished robots. That's correct. It's quite a monster, isn't it? Wang showed me a passage from the Annals of Mazwe. But I thought there weren't any robots in the Empire. Ooh. Something robots? I'll work on it and let you know. Maybe we'll get some interesting feedback here. This suggests otherwise. I'd best not keep you. Worthless. I guess he did give me a little bit of a clue. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Let's get out. Have you sailed before 6? Of course not. He's already told us he hasn't. I have no idea, mistress. But I'm keen to find out. And so we left the hollowed walls of the university. I think we need to fly our airship. Or whatever it is. Between the moons of the... whatever you call it, it's weird. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. Nice place, is it? You think Miari's friend is in trouble? You want to sail? I am really not sure. I have... What? I should watch how it's done, I think. Alright then. What do you know about... Oh, we have the option to go somewhere else. I'm not sure where we would go, though. What do you know about the place? Nothing. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox protectorate, of course. I want to go to Elbereth 6. Not that, which is, I think, is where she's from. Maybe Mercy will have a few ruins of its own. Mercy it is then. Why would she want to go to Elbereth? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But we're gonna go to Mercy. Alright, so I'm gonna steer along the currents. Alright, set a course. Alright, so we gotta take a right and then a left and then a right. Oh, wait, that's a merge and then a left, so. If I remember right, there's indicators that suggest which way to go. Ioxian space. Sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
My Ari wanted us to sail to Mayorzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
Waters. We will need to turn right. And I think it's going to tell us that staying in the middle of the river is faster. So we could have turned right there, but we wanted to stay left. So these are moons. It's not a great time to have a conversation either. This isn't that difficult. There's a couple places where it's a little more trying. I think I'm supposed to go this way. The Verdant Pass. It does look green. Alright, so we gotta go this way. This is your ship, mistress? Apparently I don't want to hit the rocks. I call her the Nightingale. Found her in a ruined hall in Aliya Elasra, covered in dust. She must have been someone's prized possession once. Are we here? She's mine now. That's Mayorzi. You can see the greenery from here. This is a little different than Kerbal Space Program. If Rinba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Some of these lines on the rock almost look like writing, but I guess they're just like cracks. I missed some of what was said there. I think she was commenting on the air and he said he couldn't breathe. The robot's a he, of course. Well then, let's see where Rinba's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. Landed on Mayorzi just now. I don't think we're going to find anything over here. This place can't go that way. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where Mayorzi leave goods for Ioxians to collect. Well, Janiki won't be hiding here. What's this? A genuine forest. Iox can eat its bitter heart. Iox has one tree. Oh, what's this big statue? Sprint to run? No. Or shift to sprint? No. This should lead to the village.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. A warehouse? Thought I saw a face in the window. A woman? She ducked out of sight. Look at her. She towers over everything. Elbereth has a statue like that, sort of. It's just a pair of feet. Iox must approve, although I understood they destroyed a lot of the statues. Look at this thing. It's truly hideous, beautifully crafted. Where is she from? It's from the material, I would judge it was not quarried here, but most certainly close by. It's very big, you understand. You can't be sure? No. It has been here long enough for various radiation signatures to have faded. Someone's carved something here. Symbols in ancient script. Possibly friend, possibly holy. Well, now I'm starting to think it's holy. These wavy lines do kind of look like water. I'm going to put water and could be woman, could be goddess. You? I don't know. You doesn't. Let's put in goddess and then come back here. So it could still be friend, but holy. If this is goddess, then this would this be friend? Would friend and goddess be so similar? So I'm going to change this to holy. Holy water goddess. But then again, this could also be woman. Friend water woman. That would kind of make sense if you're in a rice growing community. You might refer to the friend as a woman rather than a goddess. I don't know. Let's go with this though. But I mean, the symbol is so simple. I think maybe it is woman. Does holy water goddess make sense? There's certainly plenty of water here. Maybe they have a pig god too. I would expect pigs to be atheists, mistress. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing, I could trace his scent. Well, I mean, he just got through saying he could scan for radiation signatures. How are we supposed to find him? I have visual scanners of exceptional acuity, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. What's this? Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It's most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. But the brooch Master Rinba sent to is made of the same minerals. You think Rinba left this here? What kind of crystal is it? So Rinba brought this shard from somewhere else? Possibly. Iolite, mistress? Valueless. Perhaps we should return to the ship. I don't understand. Are the shards and the brooch enough to find him? Mary told me to look, so I'm looking. Perhaps. Let's try the village first. Collected enough evidence to infer a hidden site exists. But does it exist here? Go this way? Cool. Upper field. The moon seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. I did not intend to give offense, mistress. I'm sorry if I did. Toward the village. Let's see if there was anything behind that rock. Rice, even more rice. Just laying around for the pigs to eat. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an entire Elbereth family for a week. No one would notice. And we can't go in. Plenty of rice stored up here, too. The moon produces a surplus, mistress, for what good it does them. Towards the village. Silly pig! Up this way. Where does all the water come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it.
This was what passed for a street on Mayersey.
Mayersey?
On stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
Now, what would Janiki be doing here? There aren't any robots on Mayersey. More rice storage. Something under the leaves. This doesn't look like it belongs here. An effigy? From the Holy Empire, I think. This is the same goddess as the statue, of course. No inscription on her back. This comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Mieri gave us on Iox. Having another artifact should be useful in tracking down where these things were made. And so she called it a goddess there. So I don't know if she is pulling that from us previously calling it a goddess. But apparently there's no inscription for us to examine. By my faith, it stinks here. So this is the pigsty. I do not believe pigs are known for their approach to the villager. Good faith. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... No one on Mayersey wants to talk to me. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. The locals don't seem surprised to see me, or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. Frowny face. Nice axe. Can we go up here and talk to this guy? Doesn't seem that we can.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Yeah, there's like a simplicity to the artwork. Stranger. Greetings. Greetings to you. Welcome to Mayersey. You have come to trade? What do you have to trade? Actually, I'm looking for someone. This is a beautiful moon you have. Let's go with that one. Trying to be nice. It is wet enough for us, certainly. Perhaps you can help me. No one else in this village would talk to me. Forgive them. You are unwelcome. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here. What does that mean? How are things here? Is it because they think I'm from Iox? I'm from Elbereth. On Mayorcy, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. But you're talking to me, perhaps you can... But you're talking to me. I have had some dealings with outsiders before. You could say I'm forward. Let's see, I'm looking for an outsider, perhaps you can help me. Not a Mercian, surely. We are all alike as ants to you. That's not true, my friends. No. Ooh, ask about robots. That would be interesting. So you are looking for Mercian. My friend is a man named Shiniki. I am curious. I'm going to ask about the robots. Did you find some robots here? Did someone from Iox come to see them? The only robots here are the ones that take our rice. They make us carry it ourselves to their ships. They tell us when a bag is 3 grains short. If we found any robots here, we would turn them into cooking utensils, I think it said, with no offense to your metal friend. He's a stranger like myself. 6 is not my friend. A man named Janiki. All right. I have not heard of anyone by that name. Good luck with your search. They say the Nebula is wide. Helpful. Yeah, maybe by comparison. It appears Rinba was never here, mistress. Shall we leave? I don't understand. Maybe someone here will talk to us properly. There must be something here to discover. Same guy? Another thing, yes? I found an effigy. Please, it's important I find my friend. Show him the crystal. Ooh, the crystal or the effigy? Go with the effigy. It's almost 400 years old. Is that so? We are an ancient and noble moon. Keep the effigy, Ioxin, to remind you of the fact. Show him the crystal. I also found a lump of crystal. Please stop showing me everything you carry in your little bag. Good faith to you. Back to the fields. Let's go this way. Come on, 6. Let's try this way. Time to go, mistress? I'm not finished yet. It makes me think that maybe I should be. Move it, Hog. Are you from Iox? Let's go with I'm from Elbereth. But you are from Iox. Let's say have you met any? I recognize your voice, your accent. He told me you might come. Janiki? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. So Janiki, what did he leave? He said it would show you the way, Mayari. Good faith to you, and I hope you can find him. So I'm not Mayari. That's the woman who gave us this assignment. Can you tell me what he was doing here? Did someone find the robots? He was looking for something in the sky. He was always watching the rivers. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. So he was watching the skies and the rivers. Or wait, the rivers in the sky? It's a bit confusing. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Oh, I think it's... Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. Possibly. Sandals... Books? Okay, well... Can't really see the sky rivers from here. Let's see. More water. Just sitting here. There's not many people tending all these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? I meet people. They're also livestock. It's really winning me over. So it seems like goddess was the right interpretation for that. I can probably walk right through her. Anything here? Are all the moons in the nebula like this, mistress? That the good faith to you. Please keep it quick. Oh, I gotta walk all the way over there to talk to him. Alright, well, that didn't work out. Thought I saw something here. A gleam in the grass. Ooh, a gleam. Is that something in the mud? No, nothing here. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings, no crumbled towers. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. It's a waste of my time. That's what it is. Professor Mayari would have... What? That was too quick. He's out here somewhere, waiting. Climb higher. Well, I already did that, but perhaps by clicking on it, something else will happen. Try walking over there. Seems pointless. Is pointless. No gleam in the grass this time. Alright, we can go. Yeah, we were already behind on the other side of those buildings. I think this is where we saw the face in the window. Good faith, lady. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. You don't like Ioxians here, do you? That's no secret. Return to your moon. Leave us in peace. And I can't go inside. Even though we saw... Whoa! Even though we saw a face in the window. Pretty sure it was here. Trying to rotate the camera. Ugh. I stepped in something. Mud, mistress. One can hope. Will your tracks cope with the mud? Thank you, yes. They clean themselves too. So we were over there. Yeah, that's the window. There are little brushes under my fuselage. I don't know how far we can walk here. That's what I thought. So I think we've been everywhere we can go. Guess we could check the statue again? Back to the ship, 6. We've done all we can do here for now. So we left the warm, wet fields of Mercy. Wow, he disrespected you and your bag. Yeah. Yeah. My trinkets. I'll have you know, this is a genuine Versace bag. Renba left a crystal for Miari to find, but what was he trying to tell her? I'm quite certain of my analysis, Mistress. The crystal we found, Mistress, and the element of the brooch originate from a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. I've never been that way. The cyclones is a dangerous wild. Then let's go. I wonder what exactly... I didn't choose something there. I wonder what exactly... What did Renba find? We better find out. It is foolish to follow... Oh! My choices are gone. So, Mistress, where to? Iolite Moon. A lot, of course. Set sail for adventure. I'm not sure this is the best place for this camera. The Verdant Pass, sailing to the island. I don't know which way to go. I guess I'm going this way. It'll work. Either of the rivers leads to our destination. Whee! Yeah, I'm not sure really. Maybe it'll make more sense later. But, whoa, I'm not really sure how much sense it makes that this is in the game. Please turn us left ahead. Maybe it'll... Whoa! Maybe it'll make more sense later. How come we didn't just go shooting out into space? Fezzik, are there rocks ahead? If there are, we'll all be dead. Ah, no, don't crash. What are the rivers, 6? Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. I guess I'm supposed to go this way. And try not to crash. I don't think I think it just automatically doesn't let you crash. Okay, so we're getting warmer. So why do the rivers wind? Why aren't they straight? Gravity? I cannot be sure, mistress. Because game developers, that's why. Tab. Alright, looks like what we want is directly ahead. Why does the water swirl when it is most mysterious? There's the rock up ahead. What have we found? Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? So they could press any key, that's why. We have arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. So this is as close as we can get, but Rimba must have gone down somehow. Great. Now let's go back to Iox. Seems like an obvious choice. But most likely he used a hopper. Dennis? Grass? We might do the same. The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course, for instantaneous travel. How does it work? There is a source. The source fires at a subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal. It is focused and reconstituted. Sounds like nonsense to me. Is it safe? No, not really, mistress. This moon does not have any air. I will go down alone. I should tell you what happened to my first robot. No air. But you're sure the iolite crystal came from there? Let's go with no air, because Janiqui got down there, or Rinba. So what was Rinba doing here? I hope I will discover that. Please wait here. What else can I do? There was a line, I don't want to get stuck on the surface.
The robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
Just the way I like it. Seems quiet up here now. It's always just when you get used to robots that they disappear on you. What were you up to, Rinba? If you didn't find robots on Maercy, what did you find? Mistress. A box. I found something. A tool chest. Rinba hid this box down there? It was a superb hiding place, mistress, but whether it was Rinba's doing or not, I could not say. I hope there isn't a snake in here. Why did it have to be snakes? A roll of cloth? Thick fabric. Janiqui? What is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in dark thread. Purple robe. Does any of that look like... More words I don't know. Does any of that look like... Heaven's Vault? Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are the Heaven's Vault characters. We got the swirl and the two eyes with the little things here, 3 lines, another one of these. Oops, that was it. Okay, so this is friend or holy. Friend or I can't remember now. Is it emperor? Yeah, I think this is friend or emperor. So, Empress, we light guardians. I'm going to go with guardians. We think this is banished, could also be buried. This is goddess or woman. This is holy or... I can't remember what this is. Holy or... What was the other option? Friend. I chose this translation for a reason. So holy or friend. Guardians. Let's take another look at this. So this is banished or buried. It does have some things in common. It's got this, which is woman or goddess. Banished or buried. Goddess. Or woman. So pilgrims, weaker citizens, or quickly? I'm going to go with pilgrims. And related words, banished again, goddess again, holy again. And so we've got this part that is holy or woman. Pray and follow, return. Follow kind of makes sense, but so does pray in some sort of weird intuitive way. Guardians, pilgrims, pray, and it's a old robe. This Empress pilgrims, light pilgrims, we pilgrims, and it's stitched on the belt. I'm going to stick with guardians. I could still change my mind, but guardians, pilgrims, pray. But the question is, why did Renba hide this? A ceremonial rose, I suppose. Were you a pilgrim, Renba? Probably. Well, maybe. But why did he hide it? Of some ancient faith, perhaps, kept secret from the powers back on Iox. Did you leave that shard by the goddess as a clue? Not as a clue, but as an offering? Secret from Miari herself? There's more in here. This is an iron chest decorated with iron studs. It's beautifully preserved, and there's an inscription on the side. Okay, that part looked... Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. So we just saw this. Yeah, that's a match. What is all of this? Okay, that matches what we think is waters. And then this central piece just looks like a sad face. How does that overlap? It's got that. Guardians, water. We don't know what this is, but water. Water pilgrims? Water guardians? Yeah, so we've got water and guardians. But we don't have a way to guess what this is. That's weird. Oh, I need to drop it on there. Oh, cool. I'm feeling confident about my translation of waters, but less confident about guardians. Let's see now. So this weird thing doesn't really look like anything else we've seen before. I'm beginning to think these might be like connective speech or link, provide, heal, divide. Waters divide guardians. Waters heal guardians. Waters link guardians. Waters provide or give. Waters heal guardians. It's what's carved on the box. I think it's link. Waters link guardians. I could see what Hoying thinks when I get back to Iox. And there's something inside. A silver tablet. On the edge is something carved, mistress. Oh, great, more. This one is a phrase, run together. Yeah, I recognize this. Okay, so that's guardians. Oh, I already did that. God or divine. So this doesn't quite match up. This doesn't quite match up. But this matches up there and there. And something's gone wrong. I must be... Okay, so this is a match. This is kind of close. Does it want me to put this here? Whoa, what happened? I can add my translation for God to something, but my translation guardians doesn't feel right. Hopefully I can make better guesses for the rest of this. Let's start here then. Could be Empress, could be us, could be light. Empresses? And let's see if we think this is banished or buried. With doesn't quite match up. Serpent, eagle, follow. Nightingale, songbird. Yeah, I'm not confident with any of these. And then this, again, we've got prey, which is kind of similar. Friend. Blesses or speaks? Well, blesses makes more sense if we're going into emperors, but that doesn't mean that it's object or subject object. Subject, verb, object. Guards? Let's try blesses. We'll see what happens. Follow God, blesses Empress. That makes this follow. So nightingale god, serpent god, or eagle god. That makes more sense. Unless we come back to this one. Follow God, guards Empress. Follow guard speaks Empress. Follow guard over Empress. Yeah, follow is just got to be wrong. So it's probably some kind of animal. It looks like a mountain, which makes me think eagle. Let's try eagle. What the heck? Eagle god blesses Empress. I don't know. I think this comes from the same source as the chest. Having this should help us find the place. But wait, there's more. But that's not all. There's also a scorched scroll filled with unreadable glyphs. How did Rinba get his hands on this? It has been written on. Goddess water. So it's got this little curly and this little thing. Okay, so if this is water, then maybe this is something like another element. Freedom, house, only life. Maybe freedom. I think I'm going to go with life, though. Okay, yeah, and this grouping is what? Something blesses. Okay, so this is in blesses. On, toward, of, from. So if this is goddess, something from goddess. Wow, I'm not quite connecting it. So blesses. So it'd be like a gift or toward. So from or of almost mean the same thing here. So like if blesses, but it's also, in this way, it's like a regular verb, but maybe I shouldn't think of it that way. Or I transitive verb. So that would mean this means something from a goddess, meaning blesses. So it could be like gift from goddess, gift of goddess. I don't quite have it. I can't figure it out. Does life from Holy Beloved work? Presumably there used to be more than that. So are these leads? Please wait, mistress, I will consider the matter. So Rimba was hoarding artifacts. Can you work out where the robe originated? Maybe we should head back. Let's see if we can figure out where the robe came from. For the existence of a previously unknown site. I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress, but Professor Mayari was keen that we found Master Rinba. And I'm sure Master Rinba is equally keen to be found. Unless he's already dead. Show me. Or it's somewhere else off the rivers? I'm not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Rinba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones, and most likely the wind tore him apart. So let's follow him. Looking at the inscriptions again, found a scored scroll. Mary gave me a brooch. And that's our first inscription. Okay, Huang showed me a passage. Can I look at the... So this could also be buried. So when I see banished, I have to remember it can also mean buried. And when I see robots, it can also mean powers, rebels, or labors. Labors. Maybe it means laborers? I don't know. But I think we need to travel. I guess we're going to Eye of the Cyclones. Plot a course, number one. So we've got to go around it and then somehow get back to it. With no obvious route on the map. What could possibly go wrong? Six, you got any suggestions as to... Whoa! Hold on, Six! I cannot hold on, mistress. We're in one piece? Whoa, there's a rock ahead. We appear to be. Another rapid! I don't know if I'm going the right way. We better check the hole when we next land. Go straight on here, mistress. I think the site of Rinba's cache may have been a quarry? Oh, like a place where you dig stone. We're not through it yet. Whoa! We need to go right. I also believe the stone was the same as that used in the goddess statue on Maersi. We're not through it yet. Yeah, which way's north? I kind of lost track. Vicinity of the Eye of the Cyclones. Got some sparklies up ahead. We seem to have emerged close to the Eye of the Cyclones. So where do we land? I cannot see which way to turn. Wait, at this branch? We'll have to choose one and explore. I guess we're choosing this one. Or it's been chosen for us. Possible search locations. Ah, something up ahead on the right. If we can. I don't think we can do that. Seem we have not been down either of these paths before. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe, unlike before when I said it wasn't. The Eye of the Cyclones. Will Renba be waiting for us here, in the center of the storm?
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour.
Yeah,
But I didn't feel the cold.
I don't
until
trust
I
transporter
reappeared.
technology. Pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. I have a feeling about this one. You said the last one would be empty too. I wonder why. Seems Jakiri had a taste for places like this. Too slow to respond. I suppose he did not like people? This way, then. I hope you'll be pleased to see us. Do you think we will find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I suppose you might call it hope. Perhaps Renba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hop her him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress, perhaps. Hold it. 6? What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams,
fine.
mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth.
Some sort of
But
mount
here,
there.
it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. How did Janiki find it? I hope we can ask him. So are robots capable of hope? Certainly. We calculate odds, of course. But even the most unlikely outcomes must always eventually occur. Hope is a mathematical certainty. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Renba, are you here? Renba reaches the cyclone's eye of the moon. Is that... 25 days ago? Can we go through this window? Nope. Blocked with rubble and ruin. The whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Are you saying I'm fat? Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. The floor looks like stone to me, Six. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. There's that optimism. What does this say over here? Some kind of structure. There's a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. It might help me date this place, figure out what it's supposed to be. Maybe that's what happened to Rinba. He fell through a hole in the floor. Here goes. Oh, and the dismount. The floor seems sound enough. Six? Where did that robot go? Clambered into the ruin. Rinba! I didn't think that would work, I suppose. I don't think these pots are lootable. You know how I like my loot.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Look at this place, Aliya. No one would live here. They couldn't. I think this door is blocked. Locked. Or blocked. Or both. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. What about this door? Yeah, what is that? Oh, and some stones? Why build something as big as this out here? Who was it for? Glint amongst the stones. There's something wedged here. A splintered crystal, nose-studded... What? Looks like it dates from the Ioxian Empire. The inside has been etched with tiny symbols, too. I can barely make out the letters. Wow. Got some new stuff there. This is the start of a splintered crystal nose stud. And there's an inscription? Okay, so life... from... Oh, it's not from. Maybe it's of. But I think life might be good. What does that say? So, of and beloved and water. So it could be another element. Could be knowledge. Light, stream. It's probably not stream. It looks like light. Light of life? You light up my life. I don't think I've seen anything equivalent to this splintered nose stud before. So it must have originated on a site that's entirely new to me. What is this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and bearings are fixed, so it'll only look in one place. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Roy might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted in the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what was it? What was the stand meant to hold? Alright, do I have any more options here? And we can't go in here. This looks like a death fall. Just don't look down. I'd better go and find where 6 got to. A rough bed. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. An inscription! And there's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible, scratched into the plaster. So scratched into the plaster next to a bed. So would it be something that someone put there as a comfort to the sleeper? Or something that the sleeper would have carved in while they were struggling for slumber? I don't know. So we think this might be Empress. And this might be Beloved. So what would this be? Now and only I? So this seems to be like a person. Let's try I. And yeah, I see some similarities there. Because watched fear and I because I watched maybe? I fear. There's no way this is and. Can you imagine all of this just meaning and? This seems energetic. I'm going to go with fear. I fear? I fear? Stranger, beloved, death, goddess. I'm going to go with death. I fear death. Oh wait, what's life? So this is life. So if it were death, it seems like it would be a little bit shorter, but let's try that. That'll do for now. The writer was dying. Everyone fears death. It's a beautiful example of the script. I'm going to say the writer was dying. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Someone laying in the bed scratched it on the wall. Or so she believes. Anything else in here? Can we look outside? I mean, we had a better view from the roof. So probably not. Downstairs. Mistress! It is good to see you intact, mistress. How did you get down from I thought you abandoned me. Let's go with how. I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself to the cliff edge. I just realized, once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. The voice that keeps coming to me when I speak for him, I just realized is HK-57 from Knights of the Old Republic. And are you in one piece? Evidently, mistress. But HK was more condescending. So maybe that's not a good voice for him. But it's more matter of fact than condescending. All right, well, is there anything in here? Oh, we got several things here. A fire poker. Is there anything written on it? Is it worth anything? Stow it, put it back. Unlikely. It is old iron, no more. Well, let's keep it. Not going to do us any good leaving it here. An inscription up there. More glyphs. Or glyphs. Okay, so we think this is probably water, but there's a little mark in front of it, which could mean just about anything. So that could go there. This could also go here. But that's a direct match. Goddess could go here. Water goddess blesses. Field harvest fire. Water goddess blesses. Then maybe this isn't blesses. It's written above the fireplace. But maybe blesses is not what that means. Water goddess blesses fires. This is a fireplace after all. Perhaps they were afraid of it burning the house down. The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. Inscriptions, T. We want the one for blesses. And it won't let me. Water goddess defends fire. Water goddess over fire. Water goddess tells fire. Oh, this was from the that stone statue on Mircy, I believe. So we got to go back quite a bit. Gave me the brooch, showed me the passage. Carved on the base of the Mircy goddess. So a holy water god. No, that wasn't it. Blesses. I thought that was it. Found a purple robe. Found an iron chest. Water's Link Empress. Oh, it's not Empresses. It's not Guardians? Oh, that one I thought was I, so maybe this is us. Waters link us? Could be, especially if it's rivers. Found a silver tablet. Where was the one that I thought was blessing? Or blesses? Is it this one? Blesses us. Okay. So what else could this be? Guards us. Oh! Water goddess guards us? Or water goddess guards fire? Water goddess over fire? Speaks fire? Guards fire, water goddess over fire. Over doesn't seem right. Let's go with guards. It doesn't have the thing over the... Yeah, whatever. Anything hiding in the shadows? Certainly there is. Dust? What do we got down here? Another cot. I found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb upstairs, so they made a bed down here instead. Someone died right here, mistress? Are you're sure? So where are the bones? Oh, good question. You're sure? The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. And then? Oh, reply. Rinba? No, that was too recent. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Oh, wow. Are you saying Janiki took them? What remained of them? Someone did. That's horrid. Well, it's odd. Why would he do that? I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. That's even more horrid. Yes. Well, we're kind of jumping to conclusions. Yes, it is. Well, I guess I don't have any more questions about this bookshelf. A heavy wooden box. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it's hollow, mistress. Another of Rinba's boxes. There's something inscribed on the lid. We are all about inscriptions. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Robot smiling. Something of... wow. I've not encountered any of these words anywhere else, but I can still make some guesses. Treasures, lines, freedom, loves. If I think this is light, freedom. Freedom could make sense. It's a treasure box. Treasures. Us. Holy. How does this line up with holy? Oh, it's got this little thing here. defends. Emperor's enormous, tiny, great. Wow. This makes me feel like it means more than. This is like more than me. If it is us. Great, tiny, enormous. Let's try enormous, and then okay, we got water. Don't know what this little symbol means. Treasure of enormous, corrupt, truth, value. Truth, speed, treasure of enormous truth. Could it be truth? It could be truth. Seems like truth would kind of go with water. Water is valuable in a dry environment, but I don't know if the whole ancient empire. Treasure of enormous speed, treasure of enormous corrupt or corruption, treasure of enormous truth, treasure of enormous value. I think it could be truth, but I'm going to go with value. Does treasures of enormous value work? We'll find out later, I'm sure. Miari will be most excited by this mistress, whatever proves to be inside. Let's keep this one to ourselves, maybe. Something to put a smile on Miari's face. That sounds interesting. Open it then, 6. Not locked, mistress, but stiff. And I lack the fingers for leverage. Sad face. Robots are useless. You don't have an attachment for prying? Try for myself. Let's... Something you can stick into your arm sockets? My first robot had those. Perhaps I could find something on the ship. Off you go then. And I do have the iron poker. But he seems keen on telling Miari everything. It's gone. I might be able to snap the lock. Here goes then. Look inside.
And there it was, just lying there. The
minding its own business.
Greatest treasure I ever found.
Oh, treasure of enormous value.
From
or
inside
truth.
the coffer.
Still could be truth.
The distant past of the Nebula's once great empire. It was a crown.
Incroyable. The eagle and sun motif. I'll have to think what to do with this. We better get this back to Miari. Let's start with the eagle and sun motif. Just like Janiki's brooch, the mark of the empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? Aliya, can you imagine how much this is worth? She did come from poor beginnings. I'll have to think what to do with this. We better get this. Let's think what to do with this. There's something written along the rim. Ooh, that's a lot. Let me think. Defense. Yeah, I knew I'd seen this before. Is this the first time? Treasures? Is this the first time I've seen this? Rivers? I wouldn't think that would be rivers. On, maybe. Toward, maybe. Wood? I don't think it's rivers. It could be on, could be toward. I don't know how it could be wood. Well, let's put on, and then what do we have here? So pilgrims doesn't quite overlap. This is similar to water, yeah. It's similar to water. It's got this mark here for that we saw in, I don't know. Let's see, eagles. It is the eagle end. Well, what was it? Eagle and something motif? So maybe the other thing where I used eagles before doesn't go here. Yeah, that was more of like, I remember it had a symbol like this in it. Eagles, ways, chains, rivers. On rivers of light. Oh, well, it does have the water thing. It could also be toward rivers of light. Would rivers of light. So it's I'm pretty sure it's either toward or on. But yeah, this is probably rivers. That makes great sense with that, with this water character in here. Let's come down here. We sail. Okay, that makes sense. We fade, sail, are, endure. Could be endure, could be sail. Today, forever, now, home, now. These spikes seem like an escalation. We fade forever, we sail forever, we are forever, could be. We endure forever. So yeah, the only place we see these vertical squiggles here are in pilgrims. You would sail. So pilgrims travel. So it could be a travel symbol. We've got these here, travel. So even though I associate sailing with water, it could also be associated with air. And pilgrims are travelers. So I want to say that since this is the only one of the four that is like traveling, fade forever, are forever. We are forever. Endure feels better. And the lack of a water symbol here kind of makes me lean towards endure rather than sail. But it's a metaphor on rivers of light, and I'm assuming we got the rest of this right. Or, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, arguably, tentatively. I think I'm going to go with sail. Endure could make sense, but let's go with sail. On rivers of light, we sail forever. Startling. Mistress, I'm back. Is that the only thing in the box? Although I really must stop throwing myself off that rock. I will attempt to open the coffer now, Mrs. Oh, but it's empty. How disappointing. Oh well. So should we tell him that we already opened it? We can probably trust Mayari, but I'm going to hold off. All right. Anything in here? Got some tools. Oh, there's something over there. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would need to have water mistress. Oh, look at that up there on top of the... I almost missed that. A glint above the door. Looks like a knife. A blade. A dagger. A little corroded but beautifully crafted, and with an eagle and sun on the hilt. And there's an inscription on it. It's impossibly small. This is 2 words, not one. But where does one word end and the next begin? I don't see where this fits at all. Oh, it's got that, what I'm taking to be an escalation mark. Okay, fire. And this is like person. Friend, or what was the other possible meaning of that? I guess I just need to stack that stuff on. All right, where does this go? This goes here. That goes there. Will this let me stack this here? I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. I've done something wrong. Have you? This doesn't feel right. Yeah, I was starting to think, what was the alternative to friend? I don't remember now. Impossible. Dagger found. Where was the one that said friend? I don't remember. All inscription cyclones solvable. We're looking for this part. So there's like, I'm taking these to be humanoids. I don't know what this is. And then this little cleft. So that's not quite it. Is that it? I think that's it. Found a scorched scroll. Holy Beloved? Emperor. I don't know if that was the right one. Found a silver tablet. Guards is different. Oh, and I don't think this is eagle. Perhaps nightingale, perhaps serpent. What was the... It was the eagle and something... Oh, I don't remember now. It was the eagle and something motif. Where's the crown again? Found an ancient crown. But it doesn't, yeah, it's not the... What I want to know is I want to know about the crown, what kind of motif it was. But that was also the brooch. Eagle and sun. Okay, so... Whoa, where do we go? Crown. No, not the crown. Coffer. Fear death found inscribed in the lid. No. Splintered. No. Scorched scroll. No. Silver tablet. I don't... Yeah, this one? Nightingale, yeah. So, eagle god guards us, nightingale god guards us, serpent god guards us, and I don't remember where we found this. Alright, I'm going to stick with eagle for now, but there was another thing. It was one of the... Was it this? Holy Emperor. Friend. Or holy. Beloved or emperor. Empress or friend. Empress or friend. Holy or friend. So I thought this was emperor, could be beloved. Holy beloved, friend beloved. But then when we look at the next thing, we've got empress or friend. Yeah, I think I'm just having trouble with it. Oh, we were going to go outside. Oh, so... Can I look at the dagger again? The house has been built right up against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lived in this place would have kept their fire burning constantly. I wonder what they did for wood. Maybe they imported it from Mir. See, there's axes here. Something down there in the corner? No. Something here. Something here. I feel like I've missed a spot. I came down the stairs here. Ah, yeah, there's another. And more tools. It's like a pitchfork. It looked like you could grow hay here. I wonder if this door is jammed, or if it might... What a climax! No, there's nothing in here. Whoa! Look at this. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail... Who lived here? Who drew this? These look like the rivers of Ghostwake. This must be where the splintered nose stud came from. Is there an inscription? It seems so. So that squiggle looks familiar. This thing looks familiar. This looks like part of me. Is that it? Okay, well, we're certain of me now. Take, find, now, respect. Find me makes sense. The similarities here. Okay, this little curly Q is up here with death. Or what I presume, I think it's death. I feel pretty confident with that one. Take, maybe? Defends life. Let's look at this one. So we've got life as opposed to death. Pilgrims. Home, defend, sharp, safe. Me, home. Me, defended. Me, sharp. Me, safe. Me, safe, maybe. Say, I don't think so. Home. Find me home. Now me home. Now? Could that be now? Possibly. Take. So take me home, find me home, now be home, respect me home. Take me home just feels obvious, but then it's a map, so find me home kind of makes sense, especially if this is not their home. If the map is drawn on the wall of a house that's not their home. Take me home, find me home, now me home. If this is their home, then now me home makes sense. I don't know. Take, now, find. With this, if this is defends, then I don't. Take feels a little bit better. I'm gonna go with take me home. This is definitely a map drawn by whoever it was who died here. This is where whoever lived here came from. Is this where? Oh, No one comes from Ghost Wake. Anything else in here? Behind the door, above the door. Gonna start looking above doors. The gecko up on the wall. So is this an indigenous life form? Or did it piggyback here? If you need a hopper to get down to the surface.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
You have acquired 2 promising artifacts here, a splintered nose stud and a dagger. We have also located one new location of interest. I suggest we return to Professor Miyari and tell her about our fears of Renba. If you wish me to activate the hopper now, mistress, I will. We still have more to do here. I want to know who died here and what happened to Renba. So a hopper is a teleporter? A short-distance teleporter, mistress. That's the shrine, assuming it's not an outhouse. Oh, there's something here. But what is a hopper? I mean, what's inside it? An interconnected mesh of quantum. The quantum creates some kind of field which the subject is passed through and dissected via... Mistress, does it matter? Alright, we've got a channel. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here, a feeble one that requires every drop to be used. You're happy enough to fire off the hopper, even if you don't know how it works? Don't you care about what it does to us? It appears to work, mistress. It appears to. Water could have run down this channel right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If we can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed, here in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? And there's something here. Can I interact with it? An inscription on the rock. Ooh, an inscription, you say? There's a few words in this one. Alright, so I recognized us. This looks like water. And then what is this? Separates? Not sure what this one is. I believe you can be confident of your us translation. And water. Pretty confident about that one too. Which leaves one word to guess. Water separates us, heals us, and water and us. Water presents us, water gives us. Heals makes sense. But separates also makes sense when you consider this channel was running between the two buildings. I really don't know. Should we be optimistic and put heals? Water heals us? The smoke must be Renba. He's camping out here. That seemed optimistic. Can we cross here? Ah, there's a bridge. There was a tripod on the roof. Well, not tripod really, but empty now, but it looks like it might have held something once. What kind of something? I would guess a weapon, a telescope, a transmitter. Transmitter makes sense, but it looks like it looks exactly like a telescope harness or mount. An interesting theory, mistress, but I cannot imagine what they wanted to observe. Could have been a transmitter, could have been a weapon. Could have been a weapon. There's another inscription. Okay, so this first half looks familiar. This one is broken fragment of something even longer. So if this is right, and if this is right, I'm sure my translation for emperors is right. Am I? Okay. Convinced of forever as well. But I thought we've seen this middle symbol before. Watch. Okay, it's similar to life. Sleep. Emperors sleep forever. Well, if this is a tomb, oh, what if this symbol makes it a noun and this symbol makes it a verb? Let's give that a try. Emperors live forever. That's a possibility. Emperors here? What were emperors doing out here? According to the legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. So was there an emperor living in exile here? Stone pedestal with someone in it. She seems familiar. A local goddess, poor quality work. She seems familiar. It's the same as the statue on Miersi. Indeed, mistress. You can recognize her by her hat. The figurine, the shrine is made of stone. The figurine, simply fashioned, must be worth something. This should tell us a little more about this place. And there's some etched small characters in ancient script. The precision, blah, blah, blah. This one ended in a fracture or fraction. Goddess of robots. That little trick. Oh, that little tick. And then this. I've seen this in what could be take. This, believe, makes it a noun. But take is a verb. Oh, that's different. So, yeah, this is a verb. This is a noun. So this is a noun verb? Goddess of harvest, goddess of starlight, goddess of beloved. Really, it could be anything. Goddess of idea? Death. I'm struggling here. I mean, it's multiple choice, right? So, got a 25% chance of just guessing right. But if that is take, verb take, could be harvest. Harvest kind of makes sense if this is take and this makes it a verb. The noun of the verb taking something. Yeah, let's go with harvest. I could still change my mind, but goddess of harvest? The shrine itself is made of stone. But it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? The outer structure certainly is, but the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. So is this thing in front of me the pillar? I'd missed my chance to respond. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. A treasured possession, perhaps, an important ritual object. Can you tell where it's from? Not immediately. Perhaps it's from the moon in Ghost Wake we saw on the map. Perhaps so, mistress. But if so, it has walked a long way to be here. That it? Whoa, that was weird. I would calculate the building is at least 700 years old. And it's intact? How'd you work that out? Radiation decay. I've been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating this building's older. I don't want to go back to the ship yet. You know, Six, back on Iox, they say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. My apologies, mistress. I did not wish to offend. I mean, instead, that this building is older than anything on Iox by several hundred years. The University of Iox established. Yeah, we don't want to go back yet. Is there anything behind it? Doesn't seem to be. A cave. I wonder what's inside. It'll be dark in there. Rinba! Nothing. Alright, well, I guess we're not going in. Ooh, a cut in the rock. The smoke is this way. Well, by all the moons and waters. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. It was a ship. Blackened. Maybe we should have questioned first. Presumably, the ship was still burning as it fell. Can we be sure this was Janiqui's ship? No, mistress. But the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Did someone blast it from the sky? Oh, maybe it was a weapon. Really, mistress, that seems speculative, to say the least. What could do that? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? There are no eagles, mistress, as you well know. I would estimate it exploded on attempting to come to the surface. The mangled pieces rained down at a high velocity. In short, I'm surprised there's anything left. Janiqui? Most likely not. Torn apart. Renba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of an explosive propellant. I suspect Master Rimba intended to detonate himself off the surface. Wow. I wonder why Rimba didn't use the hopper to get down here. Landing his ship must have been almost impossible. Was he a devout believer in the Great Loop, perhaps? The Loopists believe that the hopper is likely like to throw oneself into the river and is intended... is it... Oh, I didn't quite catch that, but something to the effect of it takes your soul out and you might as well be dead. Rimba lost more than part of his soul down here. Indeed, mistress. As we were walking in, I thought I saw something that said a cut in the rock that says back to the ruin. So maybe it was just I had to click on something in order to enter this way. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari, mistress? No, we're not doing that yet. I suppose I always assumed I would find Renba. I don't know. Mayari made it sound like he'd run away, that he was expecting us somewhere, assumed we'd find something. Not just wreckage. We have found something, mistress. But what this place is and why it is important, perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life. Okay. Here's a little bit of speculation. There was an old empire, and there was a fall of the empire. So I suspect that the emperor exiled or came here in exile. ran away. Fire here must have burned up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. I still believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. It's been torn apart. What could do this? I've never seen anything like this. So it could be that the thing that I thought was a telescope mount was a weapon mount. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain excellently? Whoever designed my tracks appeared to have had this kind of ground in mind. And who designed you? I have no idea, mister. So it could be that Renba's ship, if that was a weapon, didn't leave a signature, then it could have blasted Renba's ship out of the sky, or as it was trying to leave. Seems strange, don't you know? Does it? Who designed your legs? Humans aren't designed. They're just the right shape. How convenient for you. God. How convenient that when you put water in a glass, the glass happens to be the right shape to hold the water, the shape of the water. Six, what do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop priest claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all has happened before. Literally happened? Do they think we've had this conversation before? I believe that is the idea, mistress. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. Well, if the universe is infinite, then given enough time, everything is inevitable. Or repetition is inevitable. The Loop Temple is extremely well placed, mistress. They have a lot of money and significant power. They are the heart of the Protectorate. All right, this was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. And Janiqui... Mistress, sad face. There is no hope. Oh no, Janiqui must have been sailing when it fell. Seems likely. He could not possibly have survived. Let's see if there's anything else around here. Leave no stone unturned. Mistress, you may not realize this, but the Loop Temple are my owners. What? But you're owned by the university, by Mayari. Yes, mistress, indeed. Extrapolate? Can you go into a little further detail? Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. What I can't figure that out is this. What was Rimba doing at these sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress, but how that trail began and where it's leading them, most unclear. What are you hiding, Rimba? A good question, mistress. But he cannot hear you. How close do I need to get to this to... There we go. Something under the wood. There's something wedged under here. Seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. A sextant carved with the impression of a bird's wing. I think the dates from the earliest Empire period must have been aboard Janiqui's ship. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof up there? But no, it's not from this moon. The feathers appear... This one's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Okay, so this looks like sail. What else could sail have been? We endure. Could be endure. Home. I can add my translation for sail to my confident. Okay. And home must be right too. I don't know. Sail something home. And it's a sextant. Sail together home. Sail how home. Sail star home. Sail for home. And this little squiggle here, well, this has got this squiggle. I guess it could be sail for home. So, oh, maybe this little, well, it's of, but I was thinking maybe it could also indicate a preposition. And this squiggle banished. If this little thing is like X is not home, and then this, if this is banished, then, and this is home, then this could be, or this is home. No, this is home. Never mind. For house together. So if it's a cancellation, if this little X is a cancellation, then this could be together. But with this being of and this being on, that suggests this is a preposition. I think it's sail for home, but banished is kind of like the opposite of together. It's excluded. I'm going to go with 4, but I can see how it could be together. Sail for home. That will do for now. It doesn't sound very confident. Most likely this comes from the same place as the scroll and the tablet. What we discovered on the site of Renba's cache, it must have been common to travel between 2 places. This should help us locate its location. The sextant is built on a forgotten site somewhere within the Eagle's Pass, unknown moon. So that's where we are now. Sight from the mural. Oh, okay. It must have burned for days. Oh, let's do a remark first. So if the figurine is the goddess from Mircea, does that suggest people from Mircea built this place? The Mirceans are there. Okay. Huh? A little too slow for that. It must have burned for days. What do we tell Miari? The truth, surely, mistress. Janiqui is gone. Seems likely. Can we continue this way? Oh, there's something else over there. Probably have to get close enough to it. Alright. We can barely see the rivers above, and yet there's something here. Which makes me wonder, what else is out there waiting to be found? Mistress, please. We should not linger. If anything were to go wrong out here, we would never be found. That's probably true. Someone would come looking for us. We're out here looking for Janiqui, aren't we? Yeah, but you're expendable. Janiqui is Miari's friend. Are you? Almost. Honestly, I have no idea. This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Shaniqui is not here. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Not just yet. What is a wellspring anyway? A source of what? Commonly water. Also air. An air spring. Is there a way to get down here? Doesn't appear to be. But where do things in the well come from? They come from the well, mistress. I do not understand the question. Cannot go down there. Can't go down here. Can't go down there. Do well springs never run dry? Some certainly do. But if they must or do not, I do not know. I believe they can last a long time. There's nothing we can do here, 6. Nothing at all. We tried that cave. Should we try that cave again? Maybe we unlocked something while we were over there. Nope, not getting anywhere. Renva must have really wanted to hide what he hid in that box of his. I wonder why. Is that what that was? Take us back, please stand by. Yeah. This is not the ship. Time is it? Oh my god, it's 6 o'clock.
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. 6. This isn't the ship. It's cold in here. I just realized she calls him 6. Has she had 5 previous robots? There you are. Where were you? I think the hopper misfired. Where's your head? That's a good question. Miari? Professor, is that you? There is no one here. You are quite alone. You might confess your lie quite safely. What lie? You are not what you claim. I know this, Mayari. You asked me to look, and I found so much. So who am I? You are just what you appear to be, and nothing more. I don't understand. The brooch I sent was from the body, the Emperor's body, unburned, not even buried. You fooled them all, Mayari, all of them. I have the brooch here. Destroying it changes nothing. I'm taking the body. I will return it to the rivers. But I'm not coming back to Iox. Not yet. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than your lies. Lexi, there is a great darkness, an all-consuming, hungry darkness, and it's coming. Darkness? There is an ancient place, Miari. An observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. What fate? The loop is a lie, as you know. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. Just answer one question. What is the vault? What do the robots know? Are you alive? Oh, what do the robots know? Everything. That's ominous. You have my apologies, mistress. I do not understand the question. What were we talking about? Nothing, mistress. We have maintained a companionable silence for several minutes. Let's see if... Yeah, I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. I guess we need to follow him. You don't remember how we ended up in here? Let's see if there's anything over here worth finding. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. And no one called you just now? Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Rimba, but 6. I was just talking to you. Strange. Let's go. I don't want to reveal too much to him. There's light this way. Although I still don't know how we got in there. We have collected one more intriguing artifact here, the sextant. It would seem this site was connected somewhere else. Are you ready to go, mistress? I think we've been everywhere. You think it'll work properly? Would it be worth going in the house again? I don't think so. Yeah, let's get out of here. Leave the moon. But where to go now? Do we go to Miari? And so we left the surface of the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones, and with enough new information to locate an undiscovered site. I'm not quite sure where, but... Well, they're down towards the bottom of the map. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. I'm not sure I want to show her the crown. If Renba is right, then she had something to do with the Emperor's downfall. Was possibly the one that killed him. Yeah, speculating that the Emperor was cybernetic, and that's why... And so the thing that said emperors live forever was not merely metaphorical or poetic. It was literal. I might need some sleep. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. And I'm not sure where to go next. Let's head back to civilization. I hope you do not mean Elbereth, mistress. The figurine? She looks at home here. Renba's crystal. It's beautiful enough, but that doesn't explain what Renba was doing with it. Let's take to the river. There's the brooch. I'm going to rest, 6. Very good, mistress. I believe I can handle the ship. To Marisi, perhaps? Why Marisi? I would think the robot would want us to go to Iox. To Elbereth, stand up again. Let's check out Elbereth. Yes, mistress. But I don't really know what we would find there. We might find out more about ourselves. However far I sail, these alleyways will always be my home. Well, also got to worry about pickpockets, I assume, based on the previous description.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive.
It looks nice.
The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbereth? This was your home? I think I'm actually going to wrap it up here. I don't even know if anyone's here. Somebody is. Possibly AFK. Who is that? Anyway. Turn that up. And there we go. All right, well. Oh, the Cat Kiss Gate. Wow, it's rather pretty. I assumed it wouldn't be. But, you know, maybe that's the inner citadel up there. Maybe it's just more work to do the artwork for filth. I don't know. I appreciate you guys being here. Time to wrap things up. So, it seems like there was something going on with the Emperor. I'm not sure how long ago the fall was. Chest is molded? Goddess erected on Mercy. So, alright, so if we grade ladies orphanage, I don't remember that. I worked for Timur. Came back to Elbert. I get my third robot. Renba joined a cult, perhaps. Renba finds several small artifacts on an unknown. So within the last 2 months, Renba finds these artifacts. Janiqui stays on Mercy. Renba sails to Mercy. A year ago, perhaps Renba joined a cult. Third robot. Maybe I should look into that. Is there any information there? Every robot I've owned has gone wrong or been lost. 3 was worse than most. Oroi buys 3 on Elbereth. I've launched the Nightingale. Who is this? Oroy's son is born. Roy's daughter's so there's stuff going on here in my well, not quite childhood. So this would be, yeah, more like childhood. Maybe like Roy's like a sister? Well, where's the part where Launch the Nightingale. Where she meets Maori. Maybe Oroi is Maori. They became friends, sneaking around the halls. She stole screwdrivers, I stole books. We never thought we would leave the orphanage. Adulthood seemed impossibly far away. Okay, so this doesn't have the part where we meet Maori. Anyway, what I wanted to look at was how long ago the emperor disappeared. Modern age. Founding of the Iox Protectorate. So this is the Dark Age. Establishment of the Iox, University of Iox. Loop Temple reestablished on Iox. The Fallers established power on Iox. The Holy Empire. So the Holy Empire ended 350 years ago. So if the emperor was still alive when Maori went there, then the emperor is indeed pretty old and perhaps can't die or lives forever, I think is the way it... And the Holy Empire goes for a long time. Ancient Empire. And then ancient times before that, goddess erected on Mercy. Wow, that is quite long ago. And ancient observatory is found. Oh. Wow, that is very long. And so anything before that is more ancient. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like our future or if it's just another world. Either way, it's quite a history going on. I'm sorry, I meant to be looking at that timeline with you. But it's not quite sure. Oh, Maori visits the orphanage. So just over 18 years ago. And then further back, founding the Iox Protectorate. If we go back to 350 years ago, the last emperor goes into hiding. Well, this also suggests that he died 340 years ago. So, oh yeah, last emperor of Iox dies on the hideout moon. Okay, so Maori couldn't have killed him? I guess I misunderstood that whole thing. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. Anyway. Appreciate you guys being here. It's always more fun when you're here. Click something, whatever works for you. And I'm going to continue playing this game. Not today. My brain is definitely not sharp enough right now. But I'll play more, and I think I'll share more too. We'll see. Alright, well, it's always more fun when you're here, so I hope to see you guys next time. Till then,